Hi everybody, today is your Maverick Monday. I'm Tim Bartz, Ford video guy here at McArthur Ford for your Ford Maverick news on a Monday. And I have some fun. We just had a couple Mavericks. In fact, we got a bunch of Mavericks that just showed up, 2024s. We haven't had any for a while. Well, we've had a handful show up here and there, all sold units. But we finally started getting our allocations from when we got some allocations several months ago. And they're starting to arrive here, and we have a couple. This is actually a sold Tremor right here, and it's an XLT Tremor. And I want to talk a little bit about off-road capabilities and how for much less you can have something that's off-road capable and get something that a lot of people are upset that you can't get on the Tremor. So this is hopefully a fun video for you. If you like these Maverick videos, make sure you subscribe, bell notifications turned on. And we're going to give you some information that we just found out about as well on the 2025 Ford Maverick. So we're going to talk 24 and 25 in this video. So let's start off talking about the 2025 information. So a lot of people noticed that the horsepower has been reduced this year on the Ford Maverick. And I have some information on exactly what's going on with that. I know I've told some people in the forums and Maverick Truck Club and such what the deal is on that. And that is because of the California regulation and emissions and other states that follow along with California's emissions. Ford is required to put on a gas particulate filter on the 2.0 EcoBoost motor. And so because of that, your horsepower has been decreased to 237 horsepower. Now, if you're in a state that doesn't require those same emissions, you're going to get the same performance as 2024 model year, where I believe it was, what, 250 something? You guys can correct me if I'm wrong. Somewhere in the 250 range for that. So it'll have the same performance as last year if you're not in a California emission state regulations. Otherwise, they will get the filter, and that does reduce it down. They can only list one fact and number on there, so they will always list the one that is the lower, which is 237, and as long as you're not in California and those other states require those, you're going to get the performance as last year. So that's good news for a lot of you that were asking about that and the performance, and which leads me into 2024 model year into the 2.0 EcoBoost engine. This is kind of cool how this all works together. So we're going to talk a little bit about, we got this vehicle that came in, and if some of you had followed us a while back, I talked about how what Ford was requiring and looking for dealers because of some constraints they were having. So if you're out there, you're wondering, the XL and XLT tire that was standard on those were really constrained because that was a Continental tire that they were putting on all XLs, all XLTs, as well as a bunch of Bronco Sports. Big Bend Bronco Sport, your Heritage Edition, your freewheeling, even your standard Outer Banks, they were all getting that same tire. And you know, they're building 17,000 Bronco Sports, 17,000 Mavericks. They just were really constrained on that. So Ford said, hey dealers, by the way, if you're wanting to get some Mavericks in, we need to order some all-wheel drives with a different tire and wheel package because we have plenty of those available. So we said, okay, so we have a bunch of stock Mavericks coming in, just like this one over here. Sarah, come around to this side so you can see the side of it. So all these here are builds that Ford is saying, here's what we can build for you. And it's an XLT all-wheel drive EcoBoost engine with this wheel and tire package here. So this is the 17-inch wheel that comes with it. That's a machine wheel, has some carbonized gray painted pockets, and it gets, they just told us it was an all-terrain tire. We had no idea what we were getting. Well, when it came in, we noticed it is the Falcon Wild Peak tire. If you don't know what that is, that's the exact same tire they put on that Tremor right over there. I'm kind of excited about this, folks, because this is cool. And if you actually get closer, this wheel is actually the same design as the Tremor right beside it. It's just a different, that one's completely carbonized gray painted with an orange painted pocket around the stem right here. That is the only difference between that wheel right there and that tire. Now, one of the things that I thought, well, this is kind of fun because of this, you know, this package and how it's set up, we actually also added the 4K tow package to the vehicle. So now you have 4,000 pounds of towing. You know, one thing that the Tremor owners complain about is that you can't tow more than 2,000 pounds with it. you can with this one. So this is an all-wheel drive XLT with a nice wheel that's similar to the Tremor, the same tire as the Tremor, but now we have the 4K tow package. So in that 4K tow package, in case you've forgotten, is not only going to give you the hitch with the 4-pin and 7-pin wiring, also gets you the integrated trailer brake controller, gives you, of course, the availability to tow 4,000 pounds. And you might ask, well, why can this tow 4,000 and that Tremor over there can't? Well, this gets some upgrades that the Tremor does not get. So you get a larger radiator with this. So it does get an upgraded larger radiator. You also get the transmission oil cooler. The Tremor gets that as well, but you also get the upgraded cooling fans too. So you get upgraded cooling fans for this, helps the engine cool down so that it can tow the extra 2,000 pounds of capabilities. Also, one of the things you probably didn't realize is when you add the 4K tow package, you get the same rear drive unit, or rear drive, final drive, I should say, as the Tremor gets, 381. So that's pretty nice as well. So you're getting upgraded with the same, and how does that affect? Well, because that upgrades that final drive, it's enabling you to tow and get off the line really well. So not only when you don't have a trailer on, it's going to be really fun to drive and be really similar to a Tremor over there, being able to have with that same rear drive, but also it helps tow those trailers, get you off the stop with those trailers as well. So that's why it has that. So so if you're out there and you're thinking, you know what, I'd love to have a Tremor, I want the capabilities of a Tremor, but I want 4,000 pounds of towing, we're gonna have a bunch of these trucks in stock. This is the first one, it's white. It's not even cleaned up or pictured yet, but we have a bunch of these coming in as stock units that Ford is, basically was requiring us to order, and we're excited about it. In fact, we may even put some fun spin around it. So we're looking to maybe put a rough country suspension on this, because the Tremor does get an upgraded front and rear shocks. So will this. So we're going to upgrade this with the rough country suspension kit on it for probably only like less than $1,000, and you're going to have a really fun driving vehicle that you can take off-road and have 4,000 pounds of towing, which is pretty crazy when you think about it. It won't have the Tremor capabilities in the sense of it won't have the advanced four-wheel drive with the RDU, that rear drive unit, and the rear locking differential, but it'll have about all the other capabilities you'd expect from that without the look. So you can kind of have a sleeper in a sense and have a lot of fun with this. So if you're looking for something like that, we got you covered here at Lawn McArthur, as well as we got you covered for XL hybrids. We have a whole row of XL hybrids as well that also came in too, that are available for our customers. So if you're looking for a 2024 Maverick, wanting to save some money, check us out, check out our inventory. But pretty excited about this, and hopefully you guys can maybe see my excitement in that too. And you stay tuned for more Maverick Monday videos. Hope you guys have a great Maverick Monday. It's beautiful here. Hope it is where you're at as well. And until the next time, stay positive, be kind to one another, be kind to yourself, and we'll see you in the next video.